all this over. All right, chat. Where we at? Let's start off with, let's watch some videos, man. Let's get into these videos. What we gonna watch though? We gotta watch something crazy. Ooh, this one might be good. We have to check that out. I don't know. Is this troll? They trolling? They trolling? Okay, what's wrong with Tectone? We'll check on Tectone in a little bit. But our slashers back in 2K26. We'll be back with Laker fan. I'm a big fan of Laker fan. I mess with Laker fan. Laker fan's cool. Let's see. Let me see if we got sound though. Let's see.
Alright, what's up, y'all? It's Laker fan here. As you can see,
Okay, yeah, we got sound. Is desktop audio on? Why is there echo?
about today's video, our slasher
Can y'all hear echo? Maybe it's just me.
is back in NBA 2K26.
Okay, yeah, no. Y'all got sound? I think y'all got sound, right, chat? Yeah, y'all got sound. Okay. So we're gonna check out that. What else we checking out? Okay, yeah, we gonna watch that. Let's see. Yeah, we gonna watch that. We're watching all that. Oh. Man dies at the MRI accident. Yeah, we watching that too, chat.
We were asked to...
Crazy. Man drank soda every day for 10 years. Ooh. Oh, chat, this is crazy, chat. So I watched this a couple days ago.
This 17-year-old went viral.
Window, new link, and tab.
This 17-year-old.
Pause that. Yeah, that's crazy. That's a crazy video, chat. We gonna look at that. Y'all interested in pirate software? That drama that drama saga is legit. Let's see. Seven hours ago? Yeah, we gonna watch that Johnny Somali. I've been keeping up with that too. We gonna watch that Johnny Somali. She's crashing out again. Who we watching? Hassan.
Is there something new?
Welcome back to Whose Theory Is It Anyway? Now
Oh,
we're going to play one
is
of my favorite games, Scene.
Is there something new?
Whoop. Pause that. Next. Oh, let's try
There are
this.
a lot of people that...
Let's try that, chat. And then let's look at What else? And we can go through it. We'll get through these first, chat, and then we'll We'll bounce on there. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Y'all is just watching me, huh? If it's the screen, we good. We're good, chat. Okay. I'm gonna be right back, chat. I'm gonna go get me another beer. So hold me down. I'll be back. Alright. Here we go, chat. What we got going on? Okay, we ready? We ready? I don't think y'all ready, man. Hang on, let me see if I can change the settings real quick. I don't know if I can. I don't want to stop stream to do it. We're just going to have to deal with it. Yeah, we're going to have to deal with it. I can't change it midstream. It is what it is. But it looked fine to me. All right, here we go. Let's go, watch this video by Laker fan.
Alright, what's up, y'all? It's Laker fan here. As you can see by the title of today's video, are slashers back in NBA 2K26? So, first and foremost, it's been a while. I apologize for being off the YouTube scene, but, you know, it really comes down to just the fact.
Yeah, Laker fan been gone for a minute, chat. 2K24, he was in 2K24 for a while. All right, good. Chat, this is a frosted peach lemonade. I put it in the freezer, so it's kind of frozen. Tastes like a sherbet. A peach lemonade sherbet. That's what I'm drinking. That's what I'm eating right now.
That 25 has not been as enjoyable to play. I've been telling y'all about that on like Twitter and the YouTube posts and stuff like that, and everybody's been hitting me with the nobody's really a big fan of the 25 stuff either. Right. But moving forward into 26, I do hope to hold myself a little bit more accountable of staying hungry on this stuff. And I'm not gonna sit here and be all talk about it. I'll let my actions just go ahead and speak for me. So anyway, let's just get straight into the video. I just wanted to tell y'all that that's the reason I've been gone for the last couple of months and stuff. But anyway, with this news that we got in the courtside report, as you can see, there's a lot of talk about the dunk meter and then layup timing being forced to be on. As far as the actual like factual stuff you'll get from the courtside report here, you can see I have it highlighted, the important stuff that we're here to talk about in the video. There's a lot of different other stuff here, but I want to talk a lot about the slashing related things. So as you can see, let's just cut to the chase. I hope y'all enjoy the video, and if you do, feel free to drop a like, sub if you're new, turn on them noties, all good stuff. So let's get straight into it with the courtside report. As you can see, we have the highlighted stuff right here. Based on community feedback, shot meters and dunk meters both show your green windows similar to 2K24's. Now, I'm a huge fan of that. Obviously, that's a way big improvement from what we had last year. And I shouldn't even say improvement because it's literally what we had in 24 as they, reference right here. So kudos to them for going.
Okay, so one thing about Laker fans real in depth about his videos. When he does a video, my boy's gonna break it down. My boy got highlights. My boy got notes. My boy's really ready to talk about whatever it is on his mind. He comes prepared, so that's why I like to watch Laker fan. Laker fan is pretty good. He's usually prepared.
Back on a system that like was better. Obviously, it's not something better than we've ever had because it's exactly what we're talking about right here. But I'm glad that it's at least something they're willing to admit a mistake on and go back to the system that was, you know, originally better. When I was one of the first people 11 months ago to play 2K25, I was so concerned about this like lack of feedback from the dunk meter, and it ended up being quite a problem in the game when you actually get your hands on it, because there's no way for us slashers to really learn what's a good dunk, what's a bad dunk. Does interior defense make a difference toward your finish? Does it not? Obviously, stuff like that you can kind of, you know, play test a little bit yourself over time, but it A, takes a lot more reps, and B, is just a lot harder to really determine the factuality of a lot of that stuff. So I'm glad there's actual, like, you know, system to this now where we can actually like test things and know what makes a good dunk, what makes a bad dunk, what makes someone a good defender. Or, I mean, in 24, for instance, all you had to do was be in good position. You didn't even need interior defense. It actually made no difference at all in terms of, like, you know, giving your...
And that's how it should be. I mean, there should be some interior defense that should take effect, but interior defense should help the defender recover quicker, give him better animations to defend. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's what interior defense should do, and the rest should be done with positioning. Well, go ahead.
Your meter size, anything bigger. It maybe helped you kick people out of the dunk meter a little bit more. But in 24, it was either you're in a good spot to get a gigantic meter dunk size, or you're in an awful spot and someone was in good positioning and got in your way and made it tiny. Even like 5'9" point guards, like I, you know, had shown in a pretty popular video for that matter, pointed that type of stuff out and never got changed. As opposed to 25 actually had a better dunk meter system, but overall, just having no visual feedback on that really left things hard to expose the like weaknesses of what the dunk meter really was. So overall, there's really never been a good dunk meter in 2K, if I have to be completely honest. So in reference to what the 2K23 dunk meter looked like, I had a tweet that kind of popped off a little bit, and as you can see, it's this example right here. So when it came to the dunk meter, this is a wide open take right here, for instance, that had a small meter size. And then this one is me getting a contact dunk, literally jumping over somebody with a slightly bigger meter. Now, there were eventually things like easy blow-bys, takeover, that I was put onto by my subscribers in a stream, and then I was kind of like a creator that put that onto the community because of my viewers explaining things like that to me, and I really do appreciate all the times that you guys have ever done that. It's been a handful, not a ton. Normally I'd kind of get my own information, but my subs have definitely pointed out some really big things in the past, and I've fostered a community that in turn helps me discover things as well. So this was one of them. Easy blow-bys eventually became a thing that like it helped you get bigger meter dunks on open dunks, and then still stayed the same size on like contact dunks, for instance. Anyway, point being though, this was a flawed thing about the dunk meter. Open dunks were awfully small, and like the fact that this was a wide open dunk right here, and this is the meter size that you get on it out of a whole bar that's this big, was really, really bad and poorly executed. So
that is pretty crazy, because the layup meter was super big.
I want to let's go ahead and transition over to the layup talk rather than dunk meter. And I know it's kind of abrupt, but let's just go ahead and segue to it. So they obviously mentioned that they're going to be forcing layup timing on. Now here's the thing that was beautiful about this game, 2K24, and why it's uncontested the best layup game we've ever had in any 2K, is because you had A, power with it, where the layups were pretty big meters for that matter, with something that's like 80 driving layup. Like this is way bigger than that wide open dunk on the dunk meter I was showing y'all on 23 for that matter. So when you combine it with the fact that it was not only powerful, but on top of that, you get the same animations every time when you do specific things to lead to that animation every time. That's why it was huge and so good, and probably the best like use we ever got out of just taking layups in general in 2K. So the reason I'm telling you guys all about this consistency and timing from 24 and the power of the layups as well is that I want to bring it back to this title or section right here. Layup timing is permanently enabled to separate skilled finishers and make those highly contested finishes at the rim.
Yeah, we talked about that the other day.
Impressive. So why I...
All right. So here we got the Ethan Klein lawsuit, and he's suing Hassan and a couple other people.
Lawsuit just dropped. This one,
he's really doing it because they're literally
has potentially to change the.
They're taking his videos. I gotta see if y'all can even hear it first off. Let me unmute my laptop. They're taking his videos. Oh, hang on. Let me mute the mic, chat. I'm gonna mute the mic, and we're gonna go from there.
Landscape of streaming forever, of which, by the way, I too am also trying to change. More updates on that later. I think Ethan Klein might actually be the best thing to happen to the streaming space in a very long time. If you don't know why yet, this video will hopefully explain that. And if not, we got a whole lot of yapping to do. Like, comment, subscribe if you're new here. Let's get into it. Oh, turn the bell on for all notifications as well. Let's get it. Andrew Esquire. Oh my God. Holy damn, he's attractive. God damn. Yeah.
Ethan Klein is set to expose the Reddit and Discord moderators that were stacked against him as he gears up in his lawsuits against Casey Tron, Frogan, and Denim. And this is absolutely one of the moments that is legally inevitable. And it's one of the moments that
I've been muted this whole time. Oh my goodness. Why didn't y'all tell me? I've literally been muted this entire time. No one said a thing. Oh, you were spamming muted. Yeah, well, I didn't see it, guys. All right? Thanks. Anyway, like I was saying, right? Go subscribe to these guys. Follow Tectone. Earlier in Laker Fans stream, I was trying to pull up the browser so I could pull up the chats because I can't type in the Streamlabs chat. I don't know why. I guess that's why all these other streamers got mods so they could do stuff like that. But I would, in future streams, starting next stream, I'm going to be putting the links to the channels I watch to their channels. I'm going to put the links to the channel, not to the video, but to the channel so you guys can go check out these individuals. Because I don't want you guys thinking that I'm just trying to filter their views, because that's not right. All right. So go show these guys some love if you like the videos that we react to. All right. But go show these people some love. But right now, Tectone is one of them. He's got 1 million subscribers. He's got a huge following. So go ahead and follow Tectone. Another one is Legal Mindset. If you guys go follow Legal Mindset. He's an attorney. He talks about the difference between an attorney and a lawyer. An attorney is someone who's able to practice law, who passed the bar exam. And a lawyer is someone who went to law school and graduated law school, right, with a law degree. So that's the difference between a lawyer and an attorney. So he's an actual attorney, and he talks about the drama that goes on in social media and around big issues, pop culture issues. He talks about the legal side of all of that. So he also has a big following as well. He's a good dude. He's fun to watch. Very informative. So if you guys like them both, go follow them both. But let's get back into the video. Oh, and like I said, the reason, so you guys could hear the stream, but you guys couldn't hear me. So Tectone hates these people because these individuals, they get away with a lot on Twitch, right? They get away with a lot on Twitch. I'm not gonna say too much. I'm gonna get banned on Twitch. I'm literally brand spanking new. Nobody's probably gonna watch this anyway, but they get away with a lot, and Tectone's been fighting this ongoing battle with them and him, and it's been going back and forth. So Ethan Klein is finally putting legal action behind their responsibilities, right? They would watch videos and tell people to watch the video on their channel and don't go to Ethan Klein's channel to watch those videos. So, and that's a big no-no because you're not giving credit to the content creator. On top of that, you're just using their views to make money off of that, right? And that's also a big no-no. And they've been clipped saying these things, and they're intentionally doing these things so that way Ethan Klein loses views on his videos. Ethan Klein is a really huge YouTuber as well. So he does have a big following, and he is pursuing, which is why Tectone said he's the hero of the streaming space, because he's going to put these people in their place.
I think people didn't fully understand, but they're coming to grips now with how absolutely cooked they are going to be.
Speaking of coming to grips, brother, I'm gripping my shit every fucking day with how hard I get from the justice of the situation. Ethan Klein is fucking these people raw.
Tectone hates these people.
Blow my fucking load.
Court when they're seeing the consequences of their actions.
Yep.
Of course, I'm Andrew Esquire, American attorney, and this is a Legal Mindset where we teach you to be your own judge. Now, as I've stated, the legal basis for the Ethan Klein lawsuits, at least at a fundamental level, at a filing level, i.e., are these claims that are going to survive in court, survive a motion to dismiss? It looks pretty good for them.
Yes, it does.
Looks very good for them in terms of their survivability in court, and we've gone over this on previous lives and previous Fast Facts, and of course, this is a Fast Facts video. So if you do like this format, please let me know in the comments below. But what we're getting to now is subpoenas, and we finally have
here we go.
Just released the subpoenas that are going from the court, from Ethan Klein to all of these members to get these members' information.
Okay, so the subpoenas is pretty much legal jargon for this is what I'm suing you for. This is the information that you guys have. This is what I have. This is what you guys are getting. These are all the documents and communications that's going on. So
at Reddit and Discord, and they're subpoenaing Reddit and Discord themselves. So they're not asking these moderators.
Guys, if Ethan Klein gets a hold of the personal information of all of these snark Reddits and people harassing him anonymously, internet culture is going to change forever. Because all of these bad actors who try to hide behind anonymity and ruin people's lives will be a thing of the past.
That's crazy. With that, that's going to show like everybody who makes these fake accounts. Like just because you make a fake account doesn't mean you are undetected. You can be detected because the device that you log in on is recorded in the system. So it's not just, oh, I created a fake account, anonymous, no one can find me. No, the device you created it on is identifiable, the IP address that you sent those messages from. All of that can be tracked back. So that is pretty intense. That's some serious business.
And that would be hilarious. Because there are a lot of bad actors. There are a lot of fucking liars who promote this disgusting behavior, and executing them live, glorious. Because these people are losers. They have no money. This lawsuit will ruin their life. I'm here for it.
Themselves personally.
He'd have them by the balls.
Can you give us your personal information, please, pretty please? Oh, no. They're going to the companies and they're saying, hey, Reddit and Discord, as a company, you must comply with this and you must give us this information. A subpoena is a legal request to provide information.
Okay, so now with the subpoenas, now Discord and Reddit now has a responsibility to say, hey, yes, we'll give you this information. Or they can take this to court and fight it to keep privacy. Because once you start getting into situations like this, now you're getting into people's privacy. So if you guys remember years back, there was a terrorist act, right? So this terrorist was caught, and supposedly they wanted him to open his phone. He refused to open his phone. And Apple's big thing at the time was security. Your privacy and your security is gold. No one's cracking us. We're not getting hacked. No one's getting into our system. We're not giving you the information. And the FBI could not get into his phone and could not access his phone because he had an iPhone. So like it was a big deal because Apple went and fought and said, listen, if this opens, this will set the precedent for now people's personal information will now be given at will. We're not giving up that information without a fight. These are people's personal information. We're not doing it. That has nothing to do with us and our systems. We're not going into someone else's personal phone and giving you information. And Apple fought that. Apple went to court and they fought it. So Reddit and Discord can do the same thing, but I doubt they will.
Historically, companies, particularly companies like Reddit and Discord, as much as they may say they have certain values and they may lean one way politically or another, at the end of the day, they're going to comply with the court.
Absolutely.
They don't want to deal with legal issues. They don't want to tie themselves up, and they have no individual loyalty to a mod or somebody who's in a particular subreddit. So when they get these
guys, sorry if you disagree, but there should be no way it's allowed for a Reddit to exist to get a group of people to unify and attempt to ruin someone's fucking life. And by the way, guys, that's already against their very own TOS because that's already anti-TOS, but it's still going on behind the scenes. With Twitch, Discord, and Reddit having such a lackadaisical application of when and where they apply their TOS, it's time for these companies to be punished as well as the people who are operating underneath these fraudulent TOSs.
These requests, they are going to turn over this information.
Same thing with Twitter.
And I think a lot of...
I see where he's coming from, but I still feel like those people's freedoms, whether it's... Like, I just feel like you just can't go into people's personal space like that. And I feel like there's a fine line. I get they're trolling and they're being hateful, but they're not harming anybody. And that's part of protest, wouldn't it be? I mean, I just feel like that's just the way it is. You can call people names on the streets all you want and the cops won't do a thing. So why is it any different on the internet? Like, I just feel like, I mean, people's personal space should be left alone. Should people be better with their personal information and what they say and what they do? Yes. But people suck, and that's just the way it is. And we shouldn't be taking away people's rights of freedom of speech because we don't like what they're saying. Like that's not how it should go. Because if that's the case, now we're leaving it up to a third party to decide what's allowed to be said and what's not allowed to be said. And now we're gonna take that away from you, or we're gonna get you in trouble for that, right? And you shouldn't be in trouble for saying certain things out of, I guess, right? You're just hating on somebody, right? You're just upset with somebody. You're just calling them names, stuff like that. Cool. But if you're accusing someone of something, that's different. But if you're just have a Discord because we don't like something, or have a Reddit because you don't like something, that shouldn't be taken away. That shouldn't be. There's no reason for that. Let them have it. That's theirs. They can voice their opinion. It's like a video game company bringing down a Reddit post or a Reddit thread because they're talking bad about my game. They're teasing my game. Like, what? No, that's not what you do. You're not supposed to do that. It's just crazy to me. I just don't get it. Especially if you're a popular figure, people should be able to talk about you.
People, particularly on the internet, feel
because the biggest rat fucks are these little accounts on Twitter. Let me pull up an example of this shit. These accounts on Twitter that engagement farm by spreading lies and hateful language, just like they tried to do to Corey X Kenshin. An account like Kira won't miss. Kira always misses, and all they do is perpetuate any lie and any allegation and attempt to ruin people's lives.
But that's like I said, that's a horrible thing to be doing. But there's nothing wrong with that. Like, it's the people listening to that is what's wrong with society, not necessarily. I mean, that's part of the issue. But at the same time, like, people can't discern those things. Like, I feel like that's a societal issue. That's not that person needs to get off of Twitter. Like, no. The people that are listening to these people need to use better judgment. That's all that is. It doesn't mean that they should lose their rights to tweet. Like, come on, man. I don't agree with that, Tecton.
For 27 cents on the internet. And these people will see their day of reckoning very soon. Because, by the way, guys, this shit can, in fact, be applied retroactively. So I would be very careful what you're posting online right now, because the day of reckoning is coming.
Feel very shielded by the anonymity of a screen name, of a pseudonym, and they think that's going to protect my information forever. Well, that's not the case, and we're seeing that here in the Ethan Klein lawsuit. So here we have, and I'll go through these as courtesy of X, these subpoena documents. So you see here, subpoenaing documents and information, all documents and communications containing the personal identifying information. So anything they've got in their name, address, etc., email, phone number if they've got it, whatever they have, they want on these Reddit users. So we've got this Reddit user, Exempic Dealer. There you go. They're going to get their information revealed. H3 Snark Mod Team. H3 Snark Mod Team 2, Roman P, Right Salamander, Cav 2, H3 Snark Mod Team 3, Wrong Salamander.
It literally might be the same person.
Press. And we've got a last page Kitchen Mukbang star, Sarah Horn Jewett, Jewett Sarah Horn, Jewett Horn Sarah, and all others that were moderators of the H3 Snark Reddit. And the H3 Snark Discord. So you're going to get all that information turned over to Ethan Klein, the villain arc.
Everybody
Ethan
who
Klein,
were mods. So even if you were a mod in the past, they come.
He's not a villain, guys. He's a hero. I genuinely believe that. There is no villain arc. He's a goddamn hero.
And we kind of know where this leads. Oh, and by the way, there's a little bit more here. This is going as to Discord. You can see here the
He's
Discord
Batman.
handle, Yankee Barracks, Ali Turn, and Roswell.
And just wait for Twitch to realize that
and no reception.
Unequal application of TOS is not a good look.
You're going to have this information turned over.
Yeah, definitely not a good look. Because what that shows is they have their favorites, and they're picking and choosing what people can and can't get away with against the TOS. So you're just telling people they have to follow TOS, but these people don't have to follow TOS. And when people sign up, they're thinking everybody's being held to the same standard, and they're not, which might even be might be a legal issue in itself, because you're signing on expecting everyone else to sign the same terms of service, unless they didn't sign they signed a different terms of service, but I doubt it. But if everybody signed the same terms of service, shouldn't that be applied? I mean, if you're not just to protect everyone else, but to protect yourself as well. Like, I
and a lot of people feel very, very free on Discord and Reddit doing whatever they're going to do or saying whatever they're going to say. And they also think that deleting is going to cause these things to magically disappear, as if they're not saved, as if they're not archived, as if they can't be pulled up. That is absolutely not the case.
Oh, if there's anything that I've learned, the Wayback Machine is the greatest gift on the internet. Because a lot of other people that I know have deleted a lot of shit. I got that too. Isn't it great? Oh, it's wonderful. They tried to hide. Nah, I pulled that shit back up. It is what it is.
In many cases, both civil and criminal, you've been able to go back, and companies have been able to go back and get all of these records because the companies maintain these records. And what this is going to lead to is certainly connections to other people which may be added to the lawsuit. So let's say, and this is not just hypothetically, this is almost certain here, that these people were speaking to other influencers. We're speaking to perhaps people that are party to lawsuit, Denims, Frogan, Casey Trump, maybe other people. We talked about Sean DeBlack, right? Other folks that were
Sean DeBlack, soon to be known as Sean DeBroke,
connected to this. Those links are going to come in. And if there's any, for example, to Papa Hassan or anybody else, that'll come out too. Now, it's not to say whether there is or not, whether the Godfather Hassan was involved in this or not. We can't say right now. But if theoretically, hypothetically, there is, that will come out through discovery process, through this subpoena process. There's not going to be a defense or an exemption or something that's going to keep your Discord messages or your Reddit messages or comments or whatever else. There's nothing that's going to keep those from being exposed. There's no possible defense. And there's
no, definitely not. That's all coming out. It's coming out and it's not stopping.
No lawyer out there, and I would challenge any lawyer to give me a defense that they would have for their Reddit communications or Discord communications that would keep those from being subpoenaed. I
lay down the gauntlet,
because there really isn't one, right? Once again, they can argue the unfairness, the power imbalance, et cetera, et cetera. Even if that's true, it doesn't change the legal reality. The legal reality is these documents and communications will be turned over in time. They're going to take some time to process it and look at it. Now, of course, if one of them was magically speaking to an attorney, maybe there might be some attorney-client privilege. I doubt it. I highly, highly doubt that these people were solely messaging and communicating with an attorney, right? The only other exception would be perhaps if some of these people were minors, there might be some filtering of information there. But other than that, there really isn't anything that would come up that would filter.
You know, that would make a lot of sense, that the H3 Snark subreddit was run by a bunch of 14-year-olds. Because if you're in your 30s and you're dedicating your entire life to hating on a content creator, you should really just fucking kill yourself.
That's insane.
Minecraft. Because Minecraft is a waste of time. And we wouldn't want to waste our time. That wouldn't be good at all. We should be getting a job. Clearly in real life, never do that. But if your entire personality is to, I don't like this content creator,
you should sign up. Get on Minecraft. Get a grip?
Especially if they have no effect on you in real life. Anyways.
Out
and jump off the Minecraft.
Anyways.
And I think this is where the broader case that Ethan Klein is going for is going to be built. He's going to build this broader case against those that collaborated, perhaps had a conspiracy, one might say, to use that term, to redirect views, to take those views from his videos. Because at the core, this is a copyright infringement case. So he needs to prove, hey, these people worked together and collaborated to draw views from my video. And to the extent that can be proved, that's going to be relevant to the case. However, there is going to be other information that's going to come out just as a natural course that is not directly related.
Yeah, I don't think these content creators are ready for how fucked they are if this gets to discovery. These CCs should be begging to settle. They should be begging to settle, but I bet you their egos won't let them.
Is this going to happen? Well, Let's
I think the girls will settle.
Or a message.
Hassan won't.
Do you think these people are just talking about that? No, they're probably saying a whole lot of other things. Perhaps some nasty things, perhaps some crazy things, perhaps some things that unveil other schemes and plots that they were into that Ethan Klein will now get a hold of. He'll have those documents, and at some point he may be able to reveal those. He may be able to turn those over to the public and release those out there. And that is not going to look good for that whole crew. It's going to look very bad for the crew. Now, do I think this is going to shut down entire communities or stop Reddit or stop Discord? No, of course it's not. But it's going to expose more and more people to liability as this case builds up over time. This thing will become bigger and bigger and grow. But what do you guys think about this? I'm interested to hear in the comments below.
Here's what I think. I think they're
What do you think? I feel like with these things, they're going to settle. I think majority of them are going to settle. The Frogans, they're going to settle. Hassan might be the only one who doesn't settle. Like Tectone said, his ego won't let him. And I think that's going to hurt him in the long run. Unless he just goes and really tries to run Ethan broke with his lawyers. But that's a lot of money these guys have. So it's interesting to see what's going to pop up from that. But let's go ahead and move on to the next video. Girl crashes into club crowd. What? Okay. Let's go ahead and check it out.
Because 20 seconds more, that would have been us.
It appears to have been intentional. Now at 6, breaking news. 30 people injured after a vehicle drove into a crowd on Santa Monica Boulevard in East Hollywood.
You think it was a relationship related? Her man was out with another woman?
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Kathy Vara.
And I'm Jonathan Gonzalez. This all happened right outside of a nightclub. After that driver crashed into the crowd, people pulled him out of the car, and at some point there was a shooting. Our Tracy Leong joins us live.
It was a dude. Why'd they say it was a girl earlier? It's interesting.
From the spot where this all happened, with more details on the driver that she's just learning, Tracy.
Yeah, Jonathan and Kathy, I'm standing right in front of that club. It's behind me. It's that gray building on Vermont Avenue, just south of Santa Monica Boulevard. As you mentioned, LAPD has identified the driver as 29-year-old Fernando Ramirez. We do have video of people pulling Ramirez out of the car after he ran into the crowd. We do want to warn you, this video is graphic.
Does it look like... I'm gonna tell you what.
Now, a majority of this video we have blurred because of the graphic content that you're taking a look at right now. Please tell me, after Ramirez drove his Nissan sedan into the more than 30 people, they immediately attacked him. The LAPD says this all started around 1:50 this morning when Ramirez was escorted out of the club for an unknown reason. And about 8 minutes later, he returned with his car, driving it up on the sidewalk, hitting people standing outside the club near a food stand on Vermont Avenue.
My boy was trying to shorten up that line. He wasn't trying to wait. But what if they treated him like they did with Saddam Hussein? Pull him out, start dragging him across the street.
Police say Ramirez's car eventually stopped because it slammed into a light pole after hitting the crowd and the food stand. Eventually, security was able to get Ramirez away from the people beating him to detain until police arrived. During this time, a man pulled out a gun and shot Ramirez in the rear end and then ran off. We know 24 of those 30 injured.
How you shoot this dude and end up getting him in the cheeks? How you shoot somebody and hit the cheeks, man? Could have shot him anywhere else. Anywhere else. You shot this man in the cheeks. That's crazy. What's happening right now? Is that the end of the video? I ended up going back. The video end? What happened? All right. Next video. What happened to all my videos? Okay. Man dies after MRI accident.
Nassau Open MRI today. No comment about the Wednesday incident that saw a 61-year-old suffer critical injuries after walking in on an MRI in progress.
Okay, let me chat. MRIs are already scary. You gotta sit there, you gotta lay down, you gotta lay on this bed. This bed's gonna slide into this tube. Once you get in that tube, you're all alone. Then they got the little mic. Hey, can you hear me? Everything's gonna be okay. I just need you to sit still. And you're like, okay. MRI is pretty scary as is. So the fact that somebody got hurt, that's serious business.
When that door is closed, everyone knows not to enter. That's surprising.
Nicole Ham says she's a patient here and calls the incident insane. The victim, police say, was wearing a large metal chain around his neck. The MRI's powerful magnet grabbed hold of that chain and pulled the unidentified man into the machine.
That's scary. I don't care what anybody says, that is scary. One, somebody should have said something like, bro, take your chain off, right? Oh, no, it's real, bro. All right. But he had a huge metal chain, and then your head just gets sucked up to the roof like you're getting abducted by an alien? That's crazy.
If this was a chain that was wrapped around the neck, I could imagine any kind of strangulation injuries that could happen, asphyxiation.
This Northwell Health doctor had no direct knowledge of the incident, but she pointed out that the power of MRI magnets is the reason patients must remove all metal objects before any exam.
We're in zone 2 right now. This is a patient holding area.
Today, this North Shore University Hospital radiology technician showed us the layers of security
Gentlemen, how are you?
put in place here to keep unauthorized visitors out of the MRI examination rooms.
The technologists are responsible. Anybody that tries to come in here, they're the gatekeepers to stopping anyone from coming in.
Charles Winterfeld says although MRI magnets are strong enough to move a wheelchair, he's surprised a simple metal chain could have resulted in such a serious injury.
For example, this would probably be attracted, but it would probably just pull up and I could hold this from, it wouldn't rip off my neck.
A big surprise. Huge. Unbelievable. I can't believe it.
We thank you for watching, and remember...
That's crazy, chat. It's like, how do you... It's like, whoa, help. And his chain's just yanking him. That is insane. Unless it was like, watch it be like some kind of insurance fraud or something. But I hope he's all right. I want to watch that video, kind of. Nah, we'll watch it later. All right, here we go. We'll watch this one. This one's pretty cool.
Went viral on TikTok following the loss of her parents. She gained a lot of sympathy for her posts, and months later, in a twisted turn of events, it seems like she was actually behind the unthinkable.
He doesn't know it, but a year from now, our family will be torn apart.
This post on social media may seem innocent and even draw some sympathy, but police say the dark reality is the video was created days after Georgia teen Sarah Grace Patrick is accused of shooting her mother and stepfather as they slept.
We've discussed some pretty horrific.
So social media has gotten so crazy. These kids are doing anything for clicks. Like, that is crazy.
Things when it comes to TikTok. And I feel like it's safe to say this might take the cake. So today we're talking about Sarah Grace Patrick, a 17-year-old girl who's been charged with allegedly taking the life of her mother and her stepfather after spending months posting videos of her mourning online, and then even going as far as contacting true crime influencers to investigate the deaths.
On the morning of February 20th, 2025, deputies with the Carroll County Sheriff's Office responded to a tragic scene. They discovered the bodies of James Brock, 45, and Kristen Brock, 41, both deceased from apparent gunshot wounds. Today, we can confirm that an arrest has been made in the case. Kristen Brock's 17-year-old daughter, Sarah Grace Patrick, has been taken into custody and charged with 2 counts of murder and 2 counts of aggravated assault.
If she's actually found
2 counts of murder and 2 counts of aggravated assault. Why is she getting charged with aggravated assault if she's already committed the murder? Like, that always, I feel like that's like that's a cop out to get higher charge, right? To say, oh, my conviction rate, right? So now instead of someone getting convicted on 2 charges, they're getting convicted on 4. But I do understand to a certain extent of, if you commit a crime and you commit other crimes along the way, you should pay for that. But when you go straight to murder, I feel like aggravated assault isn't like the step to go through, right? So like in that case, why isn't she charged with battery, right? Assault and battery, aggravated assault, attempted murder, like, you know what I mean? Because she attempted the murder while she was murdering them. So like, I feel like it's just a cop out. I feel like sometimes they just do too much with the laws and stuff like that, I think, to kind of help boost numbers. But that's a side story.
Found guilty here, this might be the most outrageous attention-seeking behavior that I've ever covered here on this channel. But the story starts the night of February 20th, 2025, in a quiet Carroll country home. 41-year-old Kristen Brock and 45-year-old James Brock had their lives tragically taken while they were sleeping. And to make things worse, it was their 5-year-old daughter who found them the next morning. Then the person who called 911 was none other than 16-year-old at the time, Sarah Grace Patrick. And right after this happened, she started uploading TikToks, videos of her crying, writing captions like, "Please send prayers and healing," and "She should be here and so should he."
That's diabolical, chat. She's sitting here asking for help. Please send help. And she's over here. She's the one that did it.
Honestly, just the exact stuff that someone grieving would post on social media. Then on top of that, she also posted collages of her parents, wrote about feeling so homesick, and shared how it was hard to move on. And another caption reads, "They don't know it yet, but a year from now, me and my 5-year-old sister would find them gone in our home, and they won't get to watch me graduate high school, see me walk down the aisle, and couldn't even say goodbye." If she really did it, that video of her crying like that is actually psychotic. As of today,
that's diabolical.
By TikTok, but pre-arrest, as you can see, she was really milking the attention from this story. But the part of the story that really sickens me is the fact that she gave this like tearful eulogy at her mother's funeral. Like, how do you go through with that after what you allegedly did? Like, this wasn't just some personal grieving. She was actively shaping a narrative online when no one even suspected.
She built that entire thing from the ground up.
She reached out to a true crime TikTok account called Allegedly Reportedly and asked them to cover the case.
Why would you ask me to cover a case where you are going to get arrested for taking your parents' lives? Y'all, this is Sarah Grace, and she messaged me back on June 3rd and just said, "Search up Brock case." So I said, "Brock Turner? Brock who?" She said, "Kristen and James Brock. They're my parents." And out of nowhere, a random Thursday night in February, someone came in my house with me and my 5-year-old sister, and my parents left them for me and my little sister to wake up to. And I said, not knowing she was going to wind up arrested for this, "I am so sorry. I cannot imagine. I will absolutely research and cover their case. Please take care of you always." Again, not knowing, and I covered it.
I mean, this is just seriously messed up. Like, I know that lady is in the shock of her life, because
is
what
crazy.
Like, imagine being this true crime enthusiast covering the case just to find out the poor girl who messaged you about her parents passing away was the one who allegedly did it. But apparently this false narrative may have become too much for her, because on July 8th, Sarah Grace Patrick, after months of attention seeking and faking every emotion that left her body, turned herself in to authorities after being made aware of active.
Listen, the guilt is going to kill you every time. The guilt is going to be the reason that you cannot get away with things. And that's why when people are considered psychopaths, they don't live with that guilt because they don't think they did anything wrong. And the fact that some people think that they did nothing wrong is crazy. But this little girl could not take it. It was eating her alive every day. I bet it was just killing her. Knowing, going to bed, nightmares, knowing what she did and no one to talk to about it. That's crazy.
Warrants against her. She is now facing 2 counts of murder and 2 counts of aggravated assault. Because she's 16, she will actually be tried as an adult under Georgia law. That's an important detail to remember, because once a minor is charged with a serious felony like murder in Georgia, prosecutors can pursue the case in adult criminal court. And the penalties in adult court are, as you can imagine, significantly worse. But let us break this down a little bit. So malice degree murder in Georgia is essentially the same thing as a first degree murder in any other state. It means the prosecution believes the killings were intentional and premeditated. There doesn't need to be a clear motive.
Oh, intentional and premeditated? Wouldn't that be death? Can't you get a death penalty for that? Does Georgia have the death penalty? Does Georgia... I spelled Georgia wrong. Georgia have a death penalty? Georgia does have the death penalty. That girl might be cooked.
But they do need to show that the killings weren't accidental or committed in the heat of the moment. If Sarah is convicted on this charge alone, she faces life in prison. And because she's being charged as an adult, it could be without the possibility of parole as well. The police said they also have digital evidence that could be emails, text communications, or so on if she's been messaging about her parents or a home situation before the murder. That easily can show intent. The second-degree murder charge could also be felony murder, which in Georgia means the person was responsible for someone else's death while committing another felony. In this case, possibly aggravated assault. Even if the jury somehow believes that she didn't plan the killings, the felony murder charge can still lead to a life sentence just based on her participation in a violent crime that resulted in a death. Aggravated assault is a felony charge involving an attack with the intent to take life, especially if a weapon is used. So since a firearm was involved and both victims were asleep, these assault charges aren't just minor add-ons. Each count carries a potential sentence of up to 20 years in prison, and judges in Georgia can stack these sentences, meaning those years would be added on to addition of a potential life sentence.
And so she could get 4 life sentences?
If convicted of even one of the murder charges, Sarah Grace Patrick
couldn't be me.
For life behind bars. No parole, no early release, no TikTok sympathy. And if the court hands down consecutive sentences for the aggravated assaults, that time would be added on top of the life sentence, effectively locking her away forever. I mean, it's hard to, add to the life, but I mean, hey, it is what it is, I guess. But investigators, they say the case is far from simple. The Carroll County Communications Director, Ashley Hudson, said, "We don't know what goes through the mind of a child who wants to harm their parents." She's 17, she's kind of been out on her own, she's lived with different family members and moved all over the place. Apparently,
and that is crazy because trying to decipher why she did what she did or what made her go through with it is it's vital because you need to understand why would other kids go through with this? What is there a chance that this could be more than just this isolated incident, right? So you may have to think, okay, why did you go through with this? Well, because of TikTok. So now lawmakers have an excuse to be just shut TikTok down, right? Because of the things that's going on and the things that it's developing. And I feel like that's very important, but at the same time, it's very isolated. You won't find other kids doing this. Other kids aren't taking their parents' lives. They may be taking other people's lives, but they're not taking their parents' lives.
they're not ruling out the possibility that more people could be involved, but they're clear on one thing. They believe that she pulled the trigger.
The pursuit of justice does not end today, however. It is very possible, because this remains an open and ongoing investigation, that more arrests and charges could be made. But she has been arrested and charged now, and we feel confident
who helped her?
that she is responsible for their murders. But like I said, it is an open on.
Who could have helped her? I guess there could have been people to help her. But you don't think she would have turned them in too? I don't know, Chad. I think she would have turned them in too.
Going investigation, it's very possible others are involved as well.
So how does a teenage girl go from grieving daughter to prime suspect? That's what makes this whole story so insane. So her own grandfather, Dennis Nolan, said, "I've always liked Sarah. She was just the ideal child. She had just graduated from high school. She was very proud of that. She was working 2 jobs and she was doing very well." And when asked if he believed she did it, he responded, no. The best way they could tell me was the evidence says that she's the only one who could have possibly done it. That says to me there's no real evidence that says she did do it. But that doesn't explain everything. Sarah reportedly told family friend Kelly Brown that she didn't hear anything that night, except for one sound. She did hear James's LVAD machine, which is a heart machine that kept his heart pumping. She did hear that alarm going off throughout the night. In a TikTok comment, Sarah added that she heard it for about 10 to 20 minutes before going to bed, but brushed it off as background noise. And another noteworthy thing to mention is on the day she handed herself in, she was accompanied by her biological father. So you could just imagine the thoughts running through this guy's head, knowing that there's a possibility that his daughter ended the life of her own mother and of course her partner. So let's stop and think about this for a second. Like, if she really did it, if she really took the lives while they were sleeping and then...
Chat, as a father, to have that happen and have your child tell you, "I killed mom," I don't know what I would do, chat. Like, I think it would just be the same thing. Like, it's time to turn yourself in, kiddo. Like, that's crazy. This girl put her family through hell.
Left her 5-year-old sister at the house, allowed her to find the bodies of her own parents, and then called 911.
And then the 5-year-old found the bodies. Oh my God. The 5-year-old's chat? The 5-year-old is the one that found the dead bodies. Like, what does that do to her? To him? Was that sister?
5-year-old sister at the house, allowed
Sister.
her to find the body.
What does that do to a 5-year-old girl, chat? Like, that's still that's early memories age, right? I can still remember certain things from when I was 5. That may stick forever. Oh my goodness.
Bodies of her own parents, and then called 911 pretending to discover them too. Then went to TikTok for sympathy, played on the attention she received, and posted consistently for months after. This just raises one of the darkest questions. Was this nightmare nothing more than like a desperate cry for attention? Could she have committed this crime to launch some extremely disgusting, calculated campaign to get sympathy and internet fame? Like the messages, the eulogy, the posts, the influencer outreach, it just doesn't feel like grief. It feels like the building blocks of an extremely messed up online brand. And obviously, as this case heads to trial, we'll likely learn way more about what the police found. But for now, we're left with one of the most chilling possibilities of all. That a teenager may have ended the lives of her parents, just become this like main character in a morbid sob story. But this will definitely be a long investigation and trial, so we'll see how this ends up playing out.
That's
but in a
gonna
less
be
serious case,
crazy.
this guy is being sued for potentially millions of dollars by In-N-Out for a prank.
That's crazy, chat. Like, that little girl, like, what broke her to that point? Like, what took her there? Like, I can't see, like, her doing that on her own, especially if everything's fine and then all of a sudden it's not. But there's no information about any of that. Like, that's crazy. All right, let's get into this. Johnny Somali is panicking, makes a hit list. So Johnny Somali is a dude. He went overseas. He's a streamer. He's big, but he's not too big. Did Max Holloway win? What's up? No, his Dodgers lost. All right. So Johnny Somali goes overseas and he starts doing these pranks overseas, and he gets caught up. He gets caught up because the pranks that he's doing turns out to be illegal, and some of this he's just being a degenerate, like just straight degenerate. We'll go back and watch Atozi's videos on Johnny Somali because they're good. They're good. He is a degenerate. And yeah, he could be facing time in jail in South Korea. So South Korea is weird because their laws is if you get charged with a crime, they're keeping him in South Korea. They're not extraditing him. They're keeping him in South Korea, but they're not keeping him in jail. They want him go live on your own, provide for yourself. We're not using taxpayer dollars to pay for a foreigner. So he's sitting here struggling because he can't get a job. His passport's been revoked. So he's getting help from another guy, another streamer, South Korean streamer, who's helping him. But even still, that guy's kind of getting fed up with him. And because that guy's like giving up everything because his entire family's like, why are you helping this kid? He's a degenerate. And this guy's trying to help him. And he's just like, I'm just want to help. Maybe for an ulterior motive, maybe, but to grow his stream. But he also lost his job. So not sure what's going on. I haven't seen anything on this in a few weeks. So this is the first thing that popped up. And this has popped up 8 hours ago. So I got to watch this.
Taking another deep dive in the swamp that is nuisance streaming. First of all, we have Johnny Somali, who,
and that is a perfect category, right? And like you won't see Twitch or Kick or you won't see Rumble put that in their categories. Like, oh, what do you want to watch? Nuisance streaming, right? But people love that. People love that drama. The teenagers, they love seeing dumb stuff like It is insane. Like, they love seeing people do dumb things, win dumb prizes, right? Play dumb games, win dumb prizes. And it goes a long way. Like, it is crazy. But you'll never see that as a category in Twitch or Kick, but they won't do anything about it either. So why not just separate that whole section and make a whole genre called nuisance streaming? Just people going around being a nuisance. Not breaking any laws, I'm just being a nuisance. But it does walk that fine line where these streamers, they do get caught up. Let's go ahead and get I like that term, nuisance streaming.
Who has written a hit list. Then we have a nuisance streamer getting robbed by some hoes. We have a nuisance streamer getting robbed by ladyboys.
Hey, why you my phone? You bring my phone.
This guy.
Shut up.
Okay, saan tumawag ka na ng police?
And we have a nuisance streamer getting pressed by Nigerians in Japan.
Are you running? Oh,
without further ado, let's start with Johnny Somali. Alright, so since the documentary dropped, Johnny Somali has been relatively quiet online. He's just posting some dumb memes. But privately, he has been concocting this hit list to silence critics.
Chat, I shouldn't be laughing, but sometimes, just pure comedy-wise, that was funny. I don't condone it. But creativity in being an a-hole, that was gold. I'm sorry. I don't condone anything. That was funny. Inappropriate, but that doesn't stop it from being funny. So sometimes things are funny to be funny. He's doing it to be malicious, but it's funny in the sense that he's so stupid about it.
So this was taken from a screenshot in a private section of his Discord channel.
He should be the first one on the hit list. They're just going to continue stacking charges against Johnny. Everyone should report. There are such BS charges, though. Just deport the man and move on. I have a friend with a Twitter bot that can mass report accounts. A couple ninjas. I can say the word. I'm black. I just choose not to. A couple ninjas will get virtually AR'd this week.
Also, not everybody has access to it. And it says here from Demonic Somali, that's his new username for some reason, says all those guys are using Johnny Somali as their source. He should be the first one on the hit list. And then he elaborates saying, I have a friend with a Twitter bot that can mass report accounts. A couple ninjas will get virtually graped this week. So he's really pissed off at Johnny Somali. Now, Johnny Somali is an excellent source of Johnny Somali lore and clips. A lot of old clips that I've never seen before are on Johnny Somali's channel. And this proves that Johnny is still tripping out and trying to silence critics. This guy is a free speech absolutist, by the way.
What if Johnny Somali is Johnny Somali? And this is his way of getting extra income. It's a PR stunt.
He claims he is and that he respects everybody's free speech, but if you expose him for the piece of shit that he is, then he'll try to get your channels terminated with either false copyright strikes or in this case Twitter bots. And his Discord channel is still a complete cesspool. You can see here that they're linking to an article where 1,300 South Koreans were evacuated and 4 died, and they're saying that this is karma. That if they release Johnny back to America, the floods will subside. Now, apparently,
that's
Johnny
crazy,
Somali isn't the other one.
That's out of control. That's just crazy.
On this hit list, because they're talking about me as well. They're saying that I live in a glass house and that I will do a face reveal. Hopefully I'll follow through with it. And trust me, I am doing a face reveal in the next couple months. And the reason why is because I want to start streaming and I think it'll be more interactive than just looking at an avatar. But basically, they're just trying to engage in more pathetic doxing because that's the only thing that they have left. They have no valid arguments left to defend Johnny, so they just try to make up slander and try to dox the critics, which is pathetic, but it is expected.
So, I mean, sometimes, so doxing, so even doxing a channel for malicious purposes is against TOS on all platforms. So like, I can't sit here and be like, watch this video, go to his channel and hate him. Like, you can't dox, you can't do that to nobody. Even if it is their social media account, you can't do that. Real name, addresses, social addresses, including social medias, that all falls under the blanket of doxing. So anybody doing that is technically doxing. So they need to be careful with that.
Now, I do want to show you this clip. This is a prime example of their Johnny Somali effects. A lot of Nigerians are very pissed off with nuisance streamers in Japan after what Johnny Somali did over there, and they treat them appropriately. Take a look at this.
Red Bull. Bro, I'll teach you some lesson. Oh, yeah. Hey, come on. I'll call the police on you now. If I'm in your phone, I'll beat you anyhow now.
It's a live stream.
I'll tell you, you make money from this, right? Let me call the police. If you don't delete me now.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. You think I'm joking? I'll smack you here now.
It's a live stream.
You do live stream for making money. You brought it inside here? Wait.
Okay, to be honest, chat, I don't know what's going on right now. So we might have to skip this.
This is my Red Bull.
Why are you running?
Oh, shit, man.
Not the me. Why are you running?
Hey, calm down.
I hate white people, do you know? Go, go, go.
Why will you video? Why will you video? Why did you do that?
I'm allowed to.
Why did you do that?
Why does it always got to go to race? Why does it always got to go to race, chat? Why can't it just go to I hate dumb people? Like, why does it always have to go to the color of their skin? Like, there's dumb people in all walks of life, not just one race, not just a certain race. It's just dumb people. Like, there's nothing to do with the color of the skin. People are just dumb. Like, look at this chat. Look at this chat. Like, this is crazy. Like, so I don't know what he did. He seems like, oh, I don't know, bro. Why are you picking on me? But he probably was doing some dumb shit. Like, I'm not even gonna hold you on that. Because his chat, look at what his chat is. His chat, the way a community is built, the way the chat works is what was allowed by the creator. The creator builds that community and tailors it and kind of guides it to a certain point. You have chimpanzee emotes that your followers can spam for what? And here you are messing with people of this color and your chat's just spamming it? That's insane. I know he doesn't have time to look at his chat, but that has nothing to do with anything. This is strictly the community he built thinks it's okay to do this in his chat. Because I promise you, they probably won't do this in another chat. They probably won't go to somebody else's chat and do this. They'll probably get banned quickly in a heartbeat, right? I promise you that's not happening. But in his chat, they're comfortable spamming it. 3, 6, 9, 12, 13 of them confidently. That's crazy, chat.
We're on Tazo.
Why will you do that without come out today?
So this is not the first time that I see Nigerians completely demolish nuisance streamers. It looks like it's a little bit of a hobby that they have over there in Japan, and that is hilarious.
And then like they'll always post these clips like, oh, I don't know why they were picking on me. I was attacked. You know what I mean? Like that's what they're like, I was attacked by 3 black guys. Like, bro, what happened before that? You've been a degenerate.
It's about time someone put these scumbags in their place. This is how they should be treated every single time.
Police Tazo, police Tazo.
Am I your friend? Why would you come to me? Why you do that?
Calm down.
Why?
What do you mean?
Now his chat spamming police, Tazo, police.
Single time.
Police Tazo, police Tazo.
Am I your friend? Why would you come to me? Why you do that?
Calm down.
Why?
What do you mean?
Why you take your
Criminal
phone and start recording people on the street?
It's allowed, all right?
It's allowed because you're in Japan.
He said this ain't Japan.
It's right? It's legal, okay?
It's not legal, man. You're making money out of me.
It's legal. Just
What's wrong with you?
stop being in the camera vicinity, okay?
Bro.
Can you just calm down?
Please.
Like there's no
Walk away from
Boy's
him.
mad, but he's hot. Look at him.
what we do.
Sitting down.
Can you just calm
Look
down?
at his stare. Look at that stare, chat. That boy is hot. That boy ready to take off. Like he already knows it, chat. Look at his face. I'm debating about putting my hands on you right now. Like I'm literally seconds from putting my hands on you. Say something crazy. Look weak in any way. I'm taking off. I'm getting ready to take off on you. I don't care what's going on. He don't care about nothing else. Everybody, stop, bro. He's focused, chat. Watch him.
Like there's no.
Look, chat. Yeah, my boy. He ready to take off, chat. Watch it.
Camera vicinity, okay? Can you just calm down?
Watch that look.
Like this.
Look at him, chat. Chat, he's hot, bro. Hot. He is hot. Nostrils flared up, arms all out. He ready to take off. Look, he got his hands up because he know my boy could swing at any moment. You know what I'm saying? You play dumb games, you win dumb prizes. My boy's about to win a good one. He's hot. Hey, yo, bro. Nah, my boy's locked in. Look at him.
Walk away from him.
Look, his chat trying to say, walk away from him.
Why did you do that? Why did you take out video? Why?
Live stream is. Yeah.
Always have a level-headed friend, chat.
What's wrong with you? In Japanese law.
Being a violent thug is not allowed in Japan.
Without giving the go-ahead, man.
Okay.
You know, it's really bad, man. It's really bad. It's really bad.
Taser walk away.
So you can see that he was extremely shook. His heart rate peaked at 170.
Oh,
I mean,
and
to
they
get
got
my
his
heart rate to
heart
170,
rate
I have to
on
go
here,
ham on the elliptical
That's
for at least a couple
crazy.
minutes. So this guy was terrified. I'm sure he's not going back
170?
in that neighborhood again. Now let's move on to the
Chat,
next
I'm fat,
situation.
chat.
This is hilarious.
To get me to
There's a
170,
nuisance streamer called Duran,
10
and
minutes
he
of
used to
warm-up
hang out with Ice Poseidon. And he's either
And he
in
did this in a
Vietnam or
span of
Thailand.
seconds.
Don't quote me on this. And he hired these lady boys, and he doesn't want to pay them. So they decide to snatch his phone. Take a look at this.
Kick is paying me.
It's not about the kick.
Is it the same dude?
You pay us by your card. You withdraw now together. 7-Eleven machine.
You can see my money is
Let's go now,
now.
babe.
I pay with
Because
you.
you didn't mute.
No,
You're
I'm
just using us.
no.
Don't be like that.
No. You can ask my
Why
bill.
they comment?
I pay you
But pay now. Where's the pay?
1 hour after.
Why 1 hour?
1
We're
hour.
not relying about this.
No lie. It's true. No lie.
No, we're not waiting about this. We go now. You get money in 7-Eleven.
I'm waiting for my money
You're just using us for your life.
because I pay with
That's
you.
not good.
I pay with
Oh,
you.
so he
I
trying to
pay
roach
you.
up.
We
He trying to
already
get
give you
content
survey.
for free.
Okay.
Where's the money?
Trying to get
As
free
long as you're
content.
doing your business. Why?
I pay with you.
So you guys heard that. They already performed the services, and now he doesn't want to pay. So they brought him to the ATM at a 7-Eleven, and then even when he was there, he refused to pay them. He was acting dumb, saying his card wasn't working.
Maybe this cash advice, right? This. Maybe cash advice, like this.
He playing with him, chat.
Maybe cash advice.
I don't care what nobody say, chat. Them still boys,
I
chat.
don't know.
Hindi? Okay. Maybe I give you 5,000.
Mindset's gonna be quick.
No, my first
ding, ding,
say.
ding.
No, maybe
Listen to viewers.
you can say. You can say.
You use us in the video or delete the live. Delete the live.
Okay, I delete the knife.
Delete all.
Yeah, okay.
Including early.
No, baby, 6,000. We wait
That's
for
5,000.
so long.
We wait for so long.
1,000.
No, it's
We can
scam. You
no.
can scam.
What is scam?
No,
You're the
you
one who is
scam.
scam us. My sister.
No,
You want
I think you're in trouble.
So I find it hilarious that
snatch
he's
them up.
calling them scammers when he literally hired the lady boys. You already know they're not going to spend their time with you for free. This is what they do for a living. then they took care of your pecker and you don't want to pay them. So that's on you, buddy. If you want to hire someone for a service, you have to pay.
That's
and now
crazy.
he's about to pay, whether he likes it or
Now,
not.
what streaming site he on? He doing this? That's crazy.
Okay, you hurt me.
No.
Okay, let's go to the police.
Police. I can call police. Hey, why you my phone? You bring my phone. Excuse me.
Another
No.
one. You want trouble
No.
here? You want trouble here?
Why? Oh, shit.
He getting pressed. He getting pressed by the boys.
Saan tumawag ka na ng police?
Dang. And then they gonna call him out in the store? Where they at? Walgreens?
Oh, shit. It's altering it's broken. Yeah, look at this.
Shit, that's what you get.
It's disgusting.
So they stole his phone and they destroyed his glasses. That's pretty damn funny if you ask me. Now let's move on to the next one. We have this guy called Chris Travels, and this guy only thinks with his little head. Last time he got robbed and drugged in Colombia, and now he hasn't learned his lesson. He is in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, and he brings 2 hoes to his hotel room. And as usual, he passes out and they rob him. And the chat was really trying to wake him up, but it didn't work.
A few moments later.
Chris dijo que te puedes llevar el teléfono para hacer contenido. Sal pa la calle.
His wrist is going to be when he wakes up.
No robarme, por favor.
Peace, durmiendo, ronca mucho.
Hay que comprar más tusi.
They running his live stream chat.
Hey Siri.
Con esa boca podía atrapar arañas.
¿Por qué son así?
Can you check your shit?
You didn't take the laptop. That's all. Look, nice robbers, They took my wallet. That's it. Thank you for that TTS, by the way. Sure.
So this is the second time in a couple months that he gets robbed exactly like this. I'm sure he won't learn his lesson this time either.
Really, that might be
thank you so much
content,
for
Chad.
watching.
That might
I
be
would really
scripted.
like to hit 100K before I do the face reveal in September. So if you...
Yeah, that might be scripted, chat. I don't know. To get robbed like that twice? I don't know, chat. You think you learned your lesson the first time? Okay, let's see what Tectone got to say about Hassan, man.
This might be about the H3 snark. But yeah, let's get into it, boys. Let's lock in.
To a series so shiny, even Tectone's head subscribed.
Dang, you know somebody made an account called Tectone's Head, and it's just a close up of his dome. You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, okay. So it's like that, huh? Okay. All right. I'll remember that. Okay. Anyways, we're gonna let that slide.
In today's video, Hassan is now calling Ethan a straight-up Nazi. Ethan has responded. Ethan has officially asked the judge to subpoena Reddit and Discord for the identities of the H3 snark mods.
Covered that already.
Attorney Legal Mindset says that they are completely cooked. And it might even get worse for Caseytron Denims and Froggen. Tectone Donut Operator and friends are calling out streamer NMP. Ultimate Gooning Lord.
I would try to say, I don't really think I called out NMP. If people watch the clip, I think I have NMP. I try to clarify who NMP is. I still think the joke was gay as fuck, but I don't think NMP is inherently a bad person. A lot of people were...
Okay, NMP, he also is like, he comes off as a good dude, but he also is like, well, you're really a jerk.
Very upset at me clarifying who NMP was, saying that I was dogging on him, but I don't think anybody realizes how much I had his back in that clip. Am I crazy, guys? We'll watch it again, but like just saying, yeah, he's on a crash out arc. I mean, if you think that's shit talk, man, I could have called him something a lot worse, but I didn't. But anyways, yeah, I mean, to be honest, everybody is just begging that I'm talking shit because, man, it really does get the buzz going on the streamer platform. However, that one was definitely a reach.
Dan Clancy has appointed his favorite streamer, Extra Emily, as the new Twitch CEO, as a very pathetic joke. Subscribe for the great...
Yeah, I'll be real, man. I just would not be doing anything with Dan Clancy right now. Straight up. It would just not be worth it.
Greatest entertainment in all of human history.
I think it's such a massive PR bomb.
Now, I got a message on Instagram about Hassan crashing out on Ethan, calling him a Nazi. Just some quick context.
Max Holloway, guys. Max Holloway got a dub.
Nuanced take about Israel-Palestine.
Hold on, bro. Tell me Max Holloway won. I think they're doing their walkouts right now. Okay, yeah, they're doing their walkouts right now, chat. All right, let's get back to it, chat. I'm trying to see who win this fight.
Ethan supported it, and because of this, Hassan and friends absolutely lost their minds.
But yeah, of course, podcaster Ethan Klein voices support for ContraPoints on his Instagram story. It is important to remind people that there is space to be anti-genocide, but also against annihilating Israel. Thank you, ContraPoints. It's important to remind people that there is space to be anti-genocide, pro-Palestine, but also against annihilating Israel. It is my belief that any lasting peace must have two elements, Palestinian self-determination and secure borders for Israel. Without both, peace fails. Many leftists would rather focus on purity tests and social credits than having a meaningful and realistic conversation about creating a lasting peace. The reaction to your post will prove my point, unfortunately. This is the other side of the story. Annihilating Israel. Dog, you're a fucking Nazi. You cannot comprehend because you...
I want to remind everybody that Hassan calls Ethan a Nazi when Ethan is a Jew. Are we seeing the issue with that yet? We'll continue on here.
Have been swept away with this propaganda. That's it. In a way, Ethan Klein and anyone else that has this kind of opinion is unironically in the same boat as the average baker in Nazi Germany that was like, I don't know what's going on in there. They put a lot of Jews in there. I don't know what's happening. It smells weird. There's ash everywhere. But I'm just going to keep baking. I don't really like what they're doing to the Jews, but I'm just, you know, at the same time, I am really worried. I am really worried about what the Jews could potentially do to me if they were to live side by side with me.
I wonder how Hassan feels in the morning knowing that he's wrong and he has to just lie and defame and slander because he's so fucking retarded and he's so fucked because his entire community is built off of him pandering to extremists that, to be honest, he probably doesn't believe in, but because he's so uncompelling and so uncharismatic and so boring of a human being that he has to put on this edgy persona where he says all these horrible, completely provable false things just to hope to God that people don't turn against him. I mean...
Okay, so arguing with people like that is the worst, chat, because like these dudes, they know they're wrong, but they don't want to admit they're wrong. So it's always, let's go ahead and start, you know, throwing out slander. Let's go ahead and start defaming them, and let's go ahead and start insulting people. Like once you resort to insults, it's over with. I'm done listening to you.
This guy truly is one of the most pathetic existences I think I've ever seen. Anyways.
Right, so Hassan just compared Ethan to a baker in Nazi Germany. Brother, what?
First up, why are we calling them bakers? They're not bakers.
What is this level of delusion? I mean, this is ironic coming from you, the guy with the most anti-Semitic statements ever.
Regardless of your background, any kind of fucking Zionist tendency should be treated in the same way as being a fucking rabid neo-Nazi. And you shouldn't even let someone be the fucking local dog catcher if they've ever exhibited any sort of positive feelings about the state of Israel. I'm just so serious about this.
If there was like a Nazi scale, Hassan would fall closer to the Nazi line than Ethan by far. I mean, obviously. So I just find it ironic that this guy goes around calling everybody a Nazi. I mean, that's just kind of like the default response when you have basically no argument at all. And I love how his logic basically boils down to, you just can't understand it, you know? You need my expertise to explain it to you. You know, you, the average person, you are just too stupid. You need to watch my stream. That's the only way you're not gonna fall for the propaganda, so to speak. When in reality, obviously, if you're watching
His entire stream is propaganda.
Actual rank #1 projector, this guy, the most massive hypocrite to ever exist. Here's what people are saying.
He's
How
the
did bro
#1
read that
ranked
and go,
projector.
Ethan is a Nazi? Also,
Yep.
why is he putting words in Ethan's mouth? He didn't say any of the bullshit he's implying. Hassan's been
Yeah, because Hassan has never fought with truth, so he just makes up bullshit and hopes.
And that's what's crazy about these communities. These people will listen to them. They can just make up whatever they want. And these communities will listen to them.
Nobody looks into it. He's always been this way. I'm glad some people, I don't know what Reddit this is, I'm glad some people are starting to wisen up.
putting words in Ethan's mouth from the second Ethan called him out. Hassan's very first response to Ethan mischaracterized what Ethan said. The way my blood boils when these people call Jews Nazis is definitely what they want me to feel, but I don't think they understand how much damage they're doing to their cause. Ethan, I agree with ContraPoints. I think Israel and Palestine should exist and feel safe and independent.
I'm looking forward to Hassan's annual trip to Japan. Japan is a beacon of liberal capitalism and an awesome example of an awesome place to travel to and eat food and buy nice clothes. It's an ultra consumer's paradise. This message got me banned from Awake Wilders chat. I'm gonna hope that you're kidding. I'm gonna hope that you're kidding, but I understand that Hassan's homies do really run and play defense for him nonstop, so I wouldn't be surprised. However, I would love proof of that before I actually believe it.
With their own secure borders.
He
Hassan,
means
look at these
woke
rich
Wilders
Abraham
chat. Yeah, I do always wonder why Wake always heavily defends Hassan. He was very upset when Canute called him a terrorist supporter. I don't know why that happened, but regardless of everything that happens, I still very...
This whole incident is crazy, chat.
That are addicted to AI.
41 minutes, Asmin? I don't know if you got 41 minutes.
An addiction to AI. My AI is actually on my best friends list.
If you're anything like me, you use ChatGPT for everything. ChatGPT is my counselor, my therapist, my best friend.
She got a bird.
She got a bird.
Yeah, that's about right.
That's what he notices. He says she's got a bird.
All my secrets.
Story time on how I almost got kicked out of the University of Michigan my freshman year for using ChatGPT.
Okay, so ChatGPT is down, but we do not panic.
You're literally one AI agent away from making $10K a month.
The most gut-wrenching
Well, that's a different thing.
feeling in the world is when the
That is true.
ChatGPT chat that you've been using for about 6 months starts referencing things that don't exist. It must be what it feels like to notice for the first time that a loved one has dementia or something.
Everyone's talking about how AI is ruining YouTube, but I believe AI is ruining something much worse. Our own ability to think. ChatGPT has went down several times
Is she AI?
this year, and every time it goes down, it truly exposes people who are over-reliant on the AI. People are
That's crazy. Like, I mean, to me, I feel like maybe this is the point where I'm becoming a boomer, because I don't really ever, like, I use AI sometimes, right? If I want to like research something and like I just want like a summary for it, but like I don't really use it like these other people use it. They're thinking about it all the time.
genuinely losing their minds because they now can't get any of their work done, they can't cheat on their assignments,
Yeah.
and apparently they can't even bake a cake.
ChatGPT is down, and I don't know about anyone else, but I have
Chat, she's AI. I'm almost positive she's AI, chat. The mic doesn't have any holes in there. Like, you know, you got the screen. The mic doesn't have any of that. It's a perfect blur round. And I'm not saying I read a lot of books, chat, but you should be able to see and recognize a book here too. I really think she's AI. Where are her eyes facing? Two different directions?
I've come to the conclusion that I can't use my own brain anymore because, for example, right now I want to bake a cake, and normally I ask ChatGPT,
Unless you just got a
"How do you make
filter-
carrot cake?" I
filters
can't simply Google something anymore. Like, I need a step-by-step breakdown from my best friend who is also a robot. And now
Isn't that what cookbooks are, chat? What are we watching?
I think even the flour bag has a recipe on it, or just call your.
Chat, what did I just say?
I was about to say, like, doesn't
Don't
it
have
have,
cookbooks?
like, if you're making carrot cake, doesn't it just say on the back of the cake what to do? Because, like, if I buy a cake mix, it just says on the back of the mix.
I mean, even if you don't have it, what's wrong with Google?
Put this much water in and then put it in the fucking oven.
What's wrong with allrecipes.org? Is it allrecipes.org? Allrecipes.com. I forgot. All recipes. Recipes.com. What about allrecipes.com, chat? You can literally find anything here. Everything. I don't even want to log in. We'll log in later. But they got every single recipe you can think of. Mama's mashed potatoes. Grandma's mashed potatoes. Uncle's mashed potatoes. Grandpa's mashed potatoes. Like, my little sister made mashed potatoes once. It was awful. They got that recipe in there. They got all kinds of stuff in there. It's crazy.
Like, it's not like this is complicated. Like, you don't need ChatGPT. They already ChatGPT'd it for you.
Years ago?
Fucking 50 years ago.
50 Chat, I'm telling you, chat. It just makes no sense.
And of course, every time ChatGPT goes down, everybody goes to Reddit to let everybody else know what they already know is that the servers are down.
Well, I mean, to be fair, this happens with any video game too. I mean, that's just people trying to figure out if it's broken or not.
Because when ChatGPT tells you Australians don't need a visa to enter Chile, but it's wrong and too late now. People are now relying on ChatGPT for travel information, which, as we know, gets updated. It's not always the same. ChatGPT, of course, can not only have outdated information, it can also hallucinate.
It just has wrong information because it aggregates
hallucinate.
the info wrong, what it reads wrong. That it can just happen.
Isn't like Wikipedia
ChatGPT
back in the day
is similar to kind of how Wikipedia was
Oh
in the
my God,
2010s, where
oh my God, Asman. I think Asman's trying to get married. He's trying to get chose. How are we on the same wavelength right
people, instead of looking for primary sources, would look through and look for kind of like an amalgamation of information on Wikipedia.
And like Wikipedia,
and
people could put information into Wikipedia themselves.
And you guys know this if you went to college, like in like from like, cause for me, I went to college like 2008, 2012 or 13, right, somewhere around there. Like you would go on Wikipedia, but then you would find the primary source that's sourced in Wikipedia, and then use that.
That's crazy, chat. That's crazy. All right, what are we watching? What are we watching? Let's watch some cheaters. Is there a recent? Do we have any? Oh, let's go ahead and watch this. Gotta watch it.
Coldplay has gone down in internet history, not for its music, but for exposing a cheating couple on its Jumbotron at one of its concerts. It was all good vibes at Coldplay's concert at Gillette Stadium in Boston on Wednesday night. During an acoustic segment, frontman Chris Martin turned on the iconic Kiss cam to engage with the crowd. As excited fans lit up the Jumbotron,
got caught lacking.
things took an awkward turn. The camera zoomed in on a couple. The man had his arms around the woman's waist. Suddenly, the man ducked out of frame and the woman hit her face. Chris Martin quipped, "Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy."
Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
Well, turns out
called it.
after all. The man in the clip has been identified as Andy Byron, the CEO of billion-dollar tech firm Astronomer. He's married with 2 kids. The woman beside him? Kristen Cabot, the company's chief people officer and HR head. A TikTok video from the concert has now amassed more than 34 million views since it was uploaded late Wednesday night.
Oh, look at these two. All right, come on. What?
Similar videos recorded by other attendees have also gone viral, triggering a massive meme fest online. It didn't take long for viewers to flood the internet with memes.
Chat, they out of control, chat. They They're out of control. Why? Why are we doing this with the Trump and Epstein?
Memes and hilarious reactions. Some of them are now taking over social media. According to his LinkedIn profile, Andy Byron has been CEO of Astronomer since July 2023. Public records show Byron and his wife, Megan Kerrigan, both 50, live in nearby Northborough and have 2 children. Adding to the chaos, a parody apology statement, supposedly by Andy Byron, has also gone viral. In a strange twist, another man named Andy Byron, a video designer at Stylo Motion Design, found himself at the center of the internet storm. His LinkedIn was mistakenly flooded with messages. He issued a clarification, "No, this isn't me. I wouldn't be caught dead at a Coldplay concert."
Why he gotta put it out there like that? Like, I wouldn't be caught dead at a Coldplay concert.
He even updated his LinkedIn bio to read, "Not the guy from the Coldplay gig." Meanwhile, the real Andy Byron, the Astronomer CEO, has either deactivated or disabled his LinkedIn account. Searching for his profile now returns a message, "This page doesn't exist.
Oh, he deleted it.
Please check your URL or return to LinkedIn Home." Following the incident, Megan Kerrigan Byron, a well-known teacher and CEO's wife, has removed Byron from her social media handles. She has also deleted her Facebook account, which had previously featured several family photos.
Chad, this lady is about to become one of the richest women in the world.
At work, many of Byron's former colleagues say they're glad he got exposed. One ex-team member said group chats were filled with people laughing at the drama. According to them, Byron was seen as a pushy, sales-focused boss. Some even described him as toxic for his aggressive and difficult workplace behavior. Adding to the chaos, screenshots of a post claiming to be from Coldplay's official X account have gone viral, but they're fake. So far, neither Astronomer nor Coldplay has released an official statement. For more news and updates, watch Mint News.
That's funny, Chad. That's out of control. Let's go back.
Coldplay has gone down in internet history, not for its music, but for exposing...
Okay, let's see.
From insufferable COD
Let's see who
streamers
got caught,
to a
Chat.
Valorant player that faked their very identity, gaming is filled with dirty cheats, which is why it's so satisfying when they get caught and exposed. So get ready for even more gamers caught cheating.
Chad, why they have...
Exposed. So get ready.
Why they got this dude looking like Ninja? That's not Ninja. Why they trying to do Ninja like that? You got Swag. Swag get caught cheating? It's clickbait. Doc don't cheat. Well, not in video games. That was back in the day. Is that PewDiePie? Who is that? Why they got Swag twice? Maybe on some. Nadia? Who else? I don't know some of these people.
Ready for even more gamers caught cheating.
All right, let's go, chat. Jump into it.
Not Kino.
Oh, it's not Kino.
If you were
It's not
gaming
Ninja.
back in 2011, you definitely remember the era of Doritos, Mountain Dew, and the original Call of Duty Black Ops.
Oh, yeah. You know how much Mountain Dew I done got to try and get some double XP? How much Doritos I done ate?
Halcyon days. Back then, YouTuber Syndicate uploaded a video of an amazing feat. He'd grinded for hours and reached round 115 on the iconic zombies map, Kino der Toten.
I remember Syndicate.
It was an incredible accomplishment and stood undisputed for over a decade. That is, until people started to really analyze his run. You see, Syndicate uploaded snippets of his record-breaking game across multiple videos. When members of the community started to scrutinize the clips years later, however, they noticed a few discrepancies. YouTuber Carl Jobst pointed out that weapons purchased in previous rounds should always appear afterwards in their chalk outlines.
And that is true. It'll always be there.
as they do here. However, in later clips, they clearly vanish, suggesting they were never bought in the first place and meaning Syndicate wasn't uploading clips from the same run.
Game. Yeah.
What's more, the quick revive perk, which is only supposed to be usable 3 times before vanishing, remained after Syndicate bought it for a 3rd time. Most damningly, though, eagle-eyed viewers realize the character's hands changed between rounds.
Oh,
but it's impossible to
skins?
swap characters in the same run. Yeah, it seems undeniable. Those record-breaking clips weren't record-breaking at all. They were spliced together from different runs. When confronted, Syndicate claimed that his game had crashed after reaching round 69, so he'd started a new run to work his way back up to where he left off. But if that's true, why lie for a decade? Simple. It's not. Syndicate used console commands to cheat his way through the ranks. Console commands are basically an inbuilt way to modify a game while it's running, and they're available for pretty much all games on the PC. So how do we know Syndicate was using them? Well, the Thunder Gun. The best weapon on the map and one Syndicate used a lot. When he shows it off after supposedly getting it in the mystery box, there's one problem. It has the wrong ammo count.
350,000 points? And a Thunder Gun. Oh yeah, baby, back in the game.
See, when legitimately obtained, it always has 12 rounds in reserve. So either he fired 2 shots before recording, then faked being excited, or he spawned it using console commands, which would give it that exact ammo count. Yeah, I mean, I'm shocked.
How convenient.
Syndicate's been caught with his pants down before. Back in 2016, he swindled his own fans into spending money on a scam CSGO lotto he owned. What's next for Syndicate? Stealing from the homeless? Tune in next time to find out. Blind justice.
That's crazy.
Some people will do anything to get a taste of that sweet, sweet internet clout. This is Queen Pwnsalot.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all, chat. I'm kind of hungry right now. What we gonna eat after this video?
And she's famous, read infamous, for her blindfolded Monster Hunter World video.
No, don't believe it.
See, in February
Don't believe it,
2024,
I don't believe it at all.
Pwnsalot defeated a super tough boss in the game named Alatreon, all while completely blindfolded.
No.
What?
No, don't believe it.
Crazy,
I don't
right?
believe anybody
Too
could
crazy,
beat
in fact. That blindfold, it's see-through. No, don't
any
believe me?
Souls
Just
game
look, we can see
blindfolded,
through
let
it
alone a
ourselves when
Monster
she
Hunter
takes
game.
it off.
Blindfolded,
Pwnsalot is a good
I mean,
player,
Monster
there's
Hunter's
no
a little easier
denying,
than Souls
which is
games,
why
but
she
still.
knows this fight already
That type of
and
game,
is reacting
blindfolded,
on
I don't believe it,
instinct
chat.
here.
I refuse to believe it.
Trouble is, her instinct is to aim for the head, which she wouldn't be able to do if she was blindfolded. See,
I mean,
when
maybe
players
sound cues,
usually
you could
try
probably make your
blind
way through
challenges in
certain
Monster
things,
Hunter
but-
World, they use the lock-on feature to eliminate a lot of guesswork. It's better to guarantee a minor hit rather than missing a weak point. Clearly, though, this little detail was overlooked by Pwnsalot. What's more, in a few instances, she accidentally moves the camera up, then takes a second to reposition it before continuing. Now, how the hell would she be able to see that the camera needed fixing?
How?
After getting called out, she claimed she was being slandered and set out to prove herself. So she streamed a second, successful blindfolded run, not only using a different blindfold, but also covering her screens with paper. Okay, this time it had to be legit, right? Wrong. All the same red flags were present, making it super obvious she could see. But how? Simple. Her blindfold was loose and high up on her face, allowing her to see out of the bottom. Then she moved the gameplay to a hidden third monitor off to the right.
Interesting.
Now, how do we know? Because she continually looks to the right and even makes the mistake of responding to her viewers.
Oh yeah. Everything will be unedited.
Yeah, that's embarrassing. Pwnsalot has since deleted all of her blindfolded Alatreon videos in shame. Seems like the only person getting pwned
Is she
a
still
lot was
out there,
her.
chat?
If
Is she still? What's her name? Queen Pwnsalot. Oh, I wonder if she's still got a channel. Does she still got a following? Asman, how many times you talk about this girl, man? I don't feel better at all. She played the victim. God dang, Asman. Dang, she's got 4,000 subs. Videos? Does she still stream? 9,000 followers. That's still pretty good. 4 months ago, what's her last one? Videos. Hold on, man. Hold on, man. Hold on. You about to get me. What was her last stream? 4 months ago was her last stream. And she didn't stream a lot. Did she have her blindfolded streams up there? She literally just played Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter was her thing. Okay. I feel like she should come back. Chat, I'm not one to just destroy somebody because they're cheating. If you're cheating, own it. Move on. Play a different game. Or play the same game. Some people are really good at the games they play. They just want to stand out, and that's where the cheating comes in. I just feel like people that get caught cheating, like, one, you should be slaughtered for it, right? But at the same time, like, you shouldn't stop streaming. People still watch you. Like, some people watch you for who you are and not just for the gameplay. Switch content. Move over. Do IRL stuff. Like, internet is so vast, there's no reason somebody should stop streaming after they've already built a community. Like, if you build a community and you have a serious downfall, there's still people that's going to watch you for who you are and not for what you did. And that's just the way it is.
You don't want to get pwned.
Look at the Xbox 360
Why not subscribe to
controller.
my channel? That way, you'll never miss out on another awesome vid
Be amazed
like this
at
one.
13.3 million
one.
subscribers.
In return,
If you guys
I
wanna go
promise to
follow 'em,
never
follow it.
unironically say pwned again. On with more cheaters.
Who's next?
Shake that moneymaker. Pro gaming, or esports as
Fortnite.
losers like to call it, is big money. Prize pools can reach some truly insane amounts, so naturally there's a big incentive for players to win. Take one Battle Royale pro, Divinity, who claimed to have earned some $70,000 from his wins. Holy cow. I'm in the wrong business. But, unlike me, Divinity is clearly supremely talented, right?
Let's go. 78.
This Modern Warfare 2? What is this?
Oh my god. Can I show on stream?
Wait, hold up. I know that weird twerking was very distracting, but I could have sworn I saw something fishy in that clip. Yeah, and if you look really closely, you can see some red boxes around the enemies.
I missed it.
He's
I didn't even notice
using
it.
wall hacks. Those red boxes are used to show enemy players
missed it.
through level
I
geometry
legit
out of
missed
the
it,
bottom. Then she moved the game on with more truly insane amount. Divinity is clearly supremely talented, right?
Let's go.
Oh, look, yeah.
78. 78.
You can see it, chat. Watch him come across.
Oh my god. Can I show on stream?
Wait, hold up. I know that weird twerking was very distracting, but I could have sworn I saw something fishy in that clip.
There it is.
Yeah, and if you look really closely, you can see some red boxes around
That's
the enemies.
crazy.
He's using wall hacks. Those red boxes are used to show enemy players through level geometry, allowing Divinity to know where they are at all times. So, not only is this guy a cheater, he's one that seems to have scammed thousands of dollars out of professional events. Divinity needed to respond to these serious allegations.
Did he?
How would he do it?
Personally, it doesn't faze me. Now, I had many ways to come back to this.
Okay, explain yourself.
And this is the route I chose.
Wow.
Okay.
This rat
He owned
didn't
it.
even care.
Don't even care.
The craziest part is
Gotta
that he
respect it.
received basically zero lasting consequences. Sure, he got a lot of flack at the time and was Temporarily banned from Twitch, but these days he's still streaming COD like nothing ever happened. Insanity.
Is he really? Let's see, chat. Let's go check him out. Divinity. That's how you spell his name, right? Is that what it is? Nah, it's with the D-E. D-E. Oh, man, chat. Y'all messing me up, chat.
Wow. This events.
Divinity. That's how I spelled it.
Divinity needed to respond to these serious allegations. How would he do it?
Personally.
Does he have a Twitch? Let's check, chat. Let's check. Let's go do some research. Do some research, chat. Divinity. Oh, I messed that up. Okay, hold on. Oh, there you go. He's live right now, chat. He's got 2 people watching him. Is this an old video? Oh, chat, let's check it out. Chat, he has 2 people watching, chat. Is this real? Oh, let me unmute the...
Bomb has been planted.
Man, I don't want to follow this fool. Man, follow. Boom, unfollow.
Dog shit.
I didn't join the Empire, fam. I just wanted to see if this is live.
Come
on, let's get this started.
I'm back. Sorry, was getting zooted.
The fall off is real, chat. Maybe you do gotta just stop.
Is this live? No.
That's insane, chat. The fall off is real. That's something weird. That's crazy. Wow. Chat, he literally has no one, chat. He went from a pro to nobody. He's a nobody.
It doesn't faze me. Now, I had many ways to come back to this. And this is the route I chose.
Wow. This rat didn't even care. The craziest part is that he received basically 0 lasting consequences.
Nah, we just watched
he got a lot of
He's
flack
got
at
some
the time and was
consequences.
temporarily banned from Twitch, but these days he's still streaming COD like nothing ever happened.
There's nobody
Insanity.
watching.
To my mind, this loser should have a permanent ban on both Twitch and Call of Duty. What do you think? Let me know down in the comments below. An unwelcome interruption.
Crazy. No one's watching him, chat.
This is Esdesu, a Russian Apex Legends
Oh,
streamer.
Desu. I know
who's got
her.
a bit of a reputation as one of the best female players in the game. Back in 2021, however, it seemed the real reason for her incredible skill was finally revealed to the world during one of her streams.
Wah, wah, wah.
Меня забанили.
Look the panic. Look the panic.
She was a cheater the whole time. Fans were crushed. How could she have deceived them all like that? Well, it turns out she didn't. the ban was a false positive, and she was swiftly reinstated.
Oh.
Apex has a notoriously shoddy anti-cheat software that, for some reason, routinely bans legitimate players while allowing some obvious hackers to run amok. It seems the software detected Estesu's impressive performance in-game, thought, nobody can be that good, and banned her on the spot. Yeesh. I guess the moral of the story is play how I do, terribly. Then there's no chance of anybody thinking you're cheating. Red card. I don't think I'd ever get over the shame of being exposed as a cheater on a personal stream. But it turns out there are even worse ways to get outed. During a live-streamed league game of Counter-Strike Global Offensive in 2015, Team ESP suffered an unexpected setback at the start of the 11th round.
We are coming live into the 11th round now, as it is going to be a full buy from the CT side of Grandpa Berets.
Yeah, and we're going to see them, they need to start getting some momentum.
Oh,
what?
Flex.
That's the way it pause. They're all laughing at it.
So that explains a lot.
The player known as Flex was banned by the anti-cheat software. But was this another Estesu situation? Was Flex wrongly punished? No, this time the system got it right. His justification? Brace yourself. Flex claimed that a lot of people were telling him that he was a bad player and that he played CSGO way too much. So he used cheats in this league to
Good one. I play a game too much. So I need to cheat.
Purposefully get banned and stop himself from playing anymore. Right. The way I see it, if you're bad and people tell you you're bad, you should just practice more. But if you play too much and people tell you that you play too much, you should just quit. You shouldn't start using hacks during a live tournament with a cash prize on the line. Jeez. Splat. Call of Duty Warzone attracts a whole load of cheaters, but not all of them are banned outright. The inbuilt Ricochet anti-cheat system absorbs data on the hacks used by cheaters and actually allows them to stay in the game, but they don't get to have fun. A streamer known as Ripped Beefcake learned this firsthand while streaming in 2020.
Beefcake? Let's see if you're still streaming. So with this one, she gets hit with the Splat anti-cheat. It was like a troll that Ricochet put in the game. You fall straight from the sky before you can even get a chance to pull your parachute. Or players just disappear. She got hit with the Splat animation.
Okay, let's go.
Didn't even know it.
What the
Wait, what just happened? Well, Ricochet has an aptly named feature called Splat. When a cheater is detected, like Beefcake clearly was, Splat can disable parachutes at random and increase player velocity to make the slightest of drops deadly. Beefcake continually splats in the stream,
the littlest jump,
claiming that she got picked up by Ricochet due to spam reports. Unfortunately for her, Splat doesn't activate unless it confirms a player is cheating. Of course, she bemoaned being unfairly targeted, but considering that she ended up with a permanent ban, seems to me like the shoe fits. Also, sidebar, this girl tweets like 30 times a day. Her feed was a nightmare to trawl through. Somebody get her unbanned so she can do something other than sit on X.
What's her name?
They don't get to have fun. A streamer known as Ripped Beefcake.
Ripped Beefcake. On our way. On our way.
I have your gun.
Is a beefcake one word, chat? Don't exist, chat. She don't exist. I didn't know Nate Shot had a VOD channel. Yeah, she don't exist, chat. GG's.
Learned this first, or at least it's supposed to be. Considering that also sidebar, a helping hand.
Well, you got swag on
Sometimes
there.
big streamers like to donate to smaller creators while
hold on,
live.
chat. Hold on, chat. I gotta
It's
pee,
a cute
chat.
way of support.
Hold me down, chat. I gotta pee. Here, watch the video. I'm listening.
supporting up-and-coming talent, or at least it's supposed to be. In 2023, Call of Duty pro FaZe Swag was playing Warzone on stream when he stumbled across another player that seemed to be ridiculously good. After noticing that he was streaming, he decided to do his good deed for the day and donate a juicy $50 to him. How sweet. It was until Swag saw his stream.
Bro, and she was cheating.
I got 2 on me. I down one.
Way.
Somebody else down the other one.
I mean, to be honest, it's kind of funny. No way, bro. No way you donated to a cheater. Shut the. It was your fault I even did that.
Ooh, damn. And Swag doesn't often get caught with his pants down. He's a scholarly guy.
These plans are quite... How do you say that, chat? Destitute? How do you say that, chat? Destitute? How do you say that word?
But despite his genius, our boy had been duped. As you can imagine, Swag wasn't exactly pleased. He'd given 50 big ones to this guy, and he turned out to be a dirty hacker.
Chat, can you charge back donos? I'm gonna tell BJ to charge back. What up?
Why on earth this guy thought he'd be able to build a fan base and get famous by hacking on video games is beyond me. The exposure wound up getting him banned.
That's crazy. Even though they put the wrong band logo up here.
And he blamed Swag for his fate. Sheesh. You try to be nice and look where it gets you. Noob. The Valorant Champions Tour is the popular shooter's official global tournament. Organized by the developers themselves, Riot Games, it's the ultimate competition for players. But in 2023, a VCT tournament sparked a buttload of controversy surrounding one player, Madeline Malibu Campos. Just take a look at this.
That looks like AI, chat. Bro, she's goated.
Okay, that's some suspiciously good aim, right? But that wasn't the only suspicious thing about Malibu.
Bruh.
Look, everyone raise your hand if you knew who Malibu was prior to September. I noticed no one's hands are up because there's no one seen. But let's be fair. Malibu basically came out of nowhere. Malibu's first tracked match was Supergirl Gamer Pro September 16th of this year. Prior to that, crickets.
It's true, Malibu had essentially come out of nowhere and immediately nabbed a spot on a professional esports team called, Newt. Just who the heck was she? Why was her aim so godlike? Nobody seemed to have any answers, but fans wouldn't have to wait long for some. Just before the third round began, viewers were met with this message. Well, looky here. I'm sure you can see where this is going. After a thorough investigation, Riot released a statement confirming that yes, Malibu had been cheating. Though exactly how hasn't been released, people reckon it was an aimbot combined with a good old wall hack. Only one sophisticated enough to have gone undetected for the first round. And it wasn't even the first time. Turns out she'd been given a ban for hacking before, only she'd circumvented it by using a different computer, account, and a fake identity. Yeah, there's a reason nobody had ever heard of Malibu before.
Crazy.
This photo? Turns out it's AI generated. That's some serious commitment to cheating. Malibu was given a lifetime ban by Riot, and a teammate that colluded with her named James Summertime Edwards was given a year's ban too. Man, with all the effort you put into cheating, you could have just, got good, scrub. Chibi cheats. Speed running, blitzing through a game as fast as possible is serious business. Anybody that wants to submit a new record needs to have substantial proof that their run is legit. That said, cheaters will still risk it with a fake. This is Chibi, a quirky speedrunner who's best known for being shot down in incredibly awkward fashion after talking over another guy's run.
So confirmed Santa's #1 helper is a squirrel. I would really prefer if you would be quiet. But yes, you are correct.
Sorry, I couldn't not show that. Anyway, back in 2015, Chibi was live streaming speedrun attempts of Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door when he managed to pull off something incredibly lucky. See, there's a glitch that can only be activated by jumping at the exact moment you exit a battle, which gives you some extra height on your jump. It's seriously tough to do consistently, but if you can manage to perform it twice in a row in a specific location, you can bypass a huge chunk of the game. Nailing this would be a monumental feat, and Chibi manages to pull it off. So, let's see his reaction to this amazing achievement.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No way.
Hold on, man.
No way.
Well, that was underwhelming. Where was the excitement? Unless... oh...
You gotta be hyped for something like
this
that.
Is the
Like,
face
I
of a
watched a lot
man
of
who's
speed
just
runs.
realized how badly he...
I watched a lot of speed runs back in the day, chat. And you gotta be hyped. When you pull... They pull something off like that, chat. They're hyped. Like, there is no... Nothing... No ifs, ands, or buts about it. They are hyped. And this dude's just sitting here. I'm throwing controllers. Like,
He screwed up. After
crazy.
being called out, Chibi initially claimed that he legitimately made the first jump, but was so nervous about missing the second that he used a cheat to increase his jump height. But that explanation didn't fly. Believe me, the speedrunning community is filled with people who live and breathe their chosen game. So a Skype user and Paper Mario elite named Maleo took it upon themselves to confront Chibi. And guess what? Maleo's expertise informed him that there's no way that Chibi's claims could be true, causing the streamer to finally admit that, yeah, both jumps were cheated. Now, let me tell you, if you get on the wrong side of the speedrunning community, you stay there. To this day, Chibi's a pariah. But he's started again under a new online alias, Shinakwa Phoenix. And as far as I'm aware, he's left cheating where it belongs, in the bin. Well, let's hope it stays that way. Dirty Doc. I'm sure I don't need to tell you who Dr. Disrespect is. He's a now infamous streamer for more reasons than one. But my forced exposure to Disrespect has led me down a little rabbit hole. See, the Doc is routinely accused of cheating in multiplayer games. Take a look at this. That jump where his sight shoots off to the right doesn't seem natural, but while it could be an aimbot hack, it could also just be a connection issue of some kind. It's not like he hits anybody with the second shot after all. There are a few other clips people have claimed showcase some suspect behavior too.
Two guys in this warehouse. I'm just gonna get a little isolated, a little reclusious.
Yes, I'm good.
See, a lot of folks claim this is wall hacking. There's no indication that there are any enemies in that building, so how could he know? Except, yeah, there is. You can see a dude right here. Baseless accusations like these have followed the Doc for years now, but despite what people say, I couldn't find any evidence of him actually hacking. So yeah, there you go. Dr. Disrespect does not cheat in games, but he will cheat on his wife with minors.
Okay, so I watch a lot of Disrespect, and Doc does have clips and moments where it's just like, whoa, Doc. But Doc has way more clips and way more moments where it's like, you're trash, Doc. So to say Doc is cheating is kind of insane. Doc is not that dude. Like, he is not that dude. And the whole Dr. Disrespect situation with the minor and the texting, we'll leave that out. That's a whole different ball game.
Aimbot or aim not? Okay, this is a bit of a weird one. This is 5x5X, a Canadian Warzone streamer that has been under scrutiny for a very, very long time. Quickly searching her name on YouTube brings up dozens of videos accusing her of cheating.
Dang,
well, let's
I've never
take a
even
look
heard
at
of
some
her.
of her clips and see if we can understand why.
Oh, hang on. Let's get into it. Okay, not bad. Nothing sus there. Okay. She hasn't missed a bullet, but nothing too crazy. Okay.
Right. Well, that's definitely some suspect aiming. Feels way too
Outside of her
precise to
not
me.
missing
But
a
maybe
single
it's just
shot?
a fluke.
Some on the roof.
Insane. Let's see what else we got.
Solo.
Oh, that's.
Bro, why is there so many people?
What was that?
Did you catch that?
That headlock
We can
was
see that her aim
crazy.
unnaturally flicks over to this guy's head. Then, as if she's flustered because of how sus that looks, she chooses not to shoot. And there are so many examples of this crazy aim. This right here is one of the most convincing. See, as this guy falls,
slow it down?
her aim
Right.
seems to lock onto him despite not looking down her sights. Just what the
Yeah,
heck is
look-
going on here? Five
Aim.
has consistently denied accusations that she's a cheater. But it seems our old friend Ricochet Anti-Cheat doesn't agree.
Ricochet.
In 2022, her
Done it
account
again.
was permanently banned from playing Call of Duty.
In 2022?
I saw my account was permabanned, and I'm like, excuse me, like I have nothing on my computer that would ever.
What's her name? 5x5? Let's see if she still exists. Dang, 55,000 followers?
With Apartments.com capturing the hearts
What does she
of
play
hundreds of
now?
millions of renters, everybody wants the secret to our success, but they're never going to get it, will they, Craig?
No, sir.
Or the secret to the most rental listings.
Video?
Not to mention our secrets for
VODs.
making renting
There
easier
ain't
with
VODs?
Matterport 3D virtual tours and online applications.
He's still streaming, chat.
Yay! Yay! Apartments.com. Ooh, the place to find a place.
And she gets a good amount of views though. Nothing too crazy, but enough to be like, I feel good. 3 years ago. And she left him up. I mean, never heard of her before, but she left them them streams up. She left them clips up and everything. So I mean, I really can't be too hard on her. She's kind of owning it. 55K, probably a lot of it came from Call of Duty, so like her streams are a lot more intimate now because she probably plays different games. Let's see, Marvel Rivals, Doom,
Hey Spoonster.
Rivals.
How was your move day today? How you feeling?
Who's talking? See, now I gotta exit out because I don't know who's talking.
Get me permabanned. Like you guys know, like I don't have on my computers.
She acts totally taken aback by the ban, but watching her gameplay makes it obvious why she was targeted. Not that it really mattered. She still streams Call of Duty, only now on a new account that has basically the same name. All she really lost was her stats and the cosmetics she bought. Yet another reason not to spend any of your money on cringe Nicki Minaj skins. Not more Nadia. If you caught the previous episode in this series, which you should have, you likely remember Nadia. She's only one of the most commonly accused streamers around. Seriously, whole careers have been built making videos analyzing her suspect COD gameplay. I mean, you have to agree that aim is something. But the last time I tried to figure it out, the verdict was inconclusive. That said, there's been some movement on the Nadia front since. You see, it seems Nadia wasn't as squeaky clean as she claimed. In September 2023, she tried to log on to Call of Duty and, well...
Bro, I just got banned.
Uh-huh. She's been banned. Or at least, that's what she claimed. But we'll come back to that.
Alright, so Nadia's straight troll. I honestly think she cheats, but I think she plays off of it to kind of smoke screen, oh, if I cheat, why would I admit it? But here I am, flaunting it in your face, right? The best way to hide something is in plain sight. And I feel like that's what she's doing with her troll.
In the wake of this bombshell, Nadia transitioned to selling bikini pictures and...
and then I think that's why Face Swag. That's why I think Swag kicked her out of the Face House.
Of her bikini photo enterprise, but there's not been any confirmation. And as she could, of course. although she fails to mention that in her self-righteous post. Man,
Like
I'd
what?
have preferred it if she had
This is like the
actually
infamous clip.
cheated. Card Shark.
Uh-oh.
As much as cheating is an issue in video games, it's also a problem in the physical realm. Magic the Gathering is the granddaddy of modern trading card games and has maintained a dedicated competitive scene since its inception in 1993. And players take cheating very seriously. In 2014, an accomplished player named Trevor Humphreys was competing in a live-streamed top 8 match when he accidentally revealed the sordid secret to his success. Trevor appeared to be shuffling his opponent's deck normally when required, but in actual fact, he was subtly manipulating the order of his cards. Take a look. While shuffling, he'd really quickly steal a glance at one of them, as you can see here. If it was a spell, he'd cheekily move it to the bottom of the deck, then slide it to the top, and hold it there while continuing to shuffle the rest of the cards. That way, when he set the deck back down for his opponent, they'd only ever draw spell cards and never draw land cards, essential resources required to win the game. That's how he got all of his tournament wins, by being a filthy, cheating slug man. When Wizards of the Coast, the company behind the game, discovered this, old Trev was slapped with a whopping 4-year ban.
Jesus.
But as satisfying as
Them
his
wizards.
just desserts were,
Them
it was
wizards
his
got 'em.
reaction that was the most entertaining. He put his entire collection up for sale and exploded into an unhinged rant online. In it, he argued he was being unfairly compared to the worst type of criminal and uttered a truly immortal line.
Oh, you underground dojo keyboard cage fighters won.
Oh, no.
Oh my god. The phrase has since become a meme among the Magic player base, and even after his ban was lifted, Humphreys has maintained a low profile. He's probably afraid to attract the ire of underground dojo keyboard cage fighters. Now you see me. Sometimes cheaters don't need any shady software installed to ruin your favorite game. They can just exploit in-game oversights. In 2016, a team in the Asian...
Yeah, that's crazy, chat. The fact that people cheat is crazy. What do we got? What do we got? Chat, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna put somebody's stream on, and then I'm gonna go get something to eat. And I'll be right back.
You left your juice over. Hello, have you been drinking? Manny.
Roleplay? Y'all wanna watch GTA roleplay?
Can you see the name?
There's my boy right here. We'll watch Peanut. YouTube, I'm gonna shut it down, YouTube, but I'm gonna stay on Kick and Twitch.
Morning coffee run with an old friend.
Cause I'm gonna put some music on. So
weekend getaway, miles. Amex rewards your inner explorer.
What
Learn
the
more at
heck is up?
AmericanExpress.com.
What is
Terms
this?
apply.
Ads? Oh my other, I got Twitch. Let me go to YouTube. Let me watch him on YouTube. We'll watch Peanut on YouTube. All right, yeah, we'll watch him on YouTube.
Appreciate you, my boy. Says you do not have to do that, my boy. You do not have to do that.
You guys want to check out the stream? Check out the stream, man. This dude is funny. Okay, so
you should tell Mr. Fat Ass
we'll watch
to
Peanut,
get his meat
and then I'm
on so he can eat those.
We'll watch Peanut. I'm gonna go ahead and make me something to eat real quick. I'll be right back, and I'm gonna put some music on.
Soon, very soon, very.
Alright, YouTube, I love you, man. Hold it down. I'll be back. If y'all want, go ahead and follow me on Twitch and on Kick and join the live stream there. I'm gonna put some music on. So we're just gonna chill.